Hi guys, I'm Dennis. Welcome to my channel Guy with a Plant. In today's episode of Life of a Plant, I'm going to show you my Epipremnum pinnatum. This is the marble form. There is a more common form of this Epipremnum pinnatum, and that is the variegated one, which I used to have, but I sold that. Currently, I only have a cutting. I'll put a photo of it here for you to compare. That was a very juvenile form. It didn't mature to have that nice fenestrations. This plant is also often confused with its more common cousin, which is the Epipremnum aureum. Same genus Epipremnum, but different species. That is the Epipremnum aureum, because that also has a marble form. It is commonly known as the marble queen or the snow queen, and I also have one of that. This is the Epipremnum aureum. This was sold to me as a marble queen, but I can see that the variegation is really yellow compared to this Epipremnum pinnatum marble. But I can see why they are confused, because the variegation is pretty similar. So this is actually grown from a two-leaf cutting, and I'm really amazed at how lush this has grown. So they are different species. This is Epipremnum aureum and this is Epipremnum pinnatum. But they do have the same leaf shape and the growth pattern. So they are both from the Epipremnum genus, which gives you the common petals that many of us are familiar with, and they are very common, they are everywhere. So what's the difference between these two, the aureum and the pinnatum? So for the pinnatum, the main difference physically are the shape of the leaves. As these leaves mature, they will actually start to give out fenestrations. Even as a small leaf, you can tell that they are starting to do so. This is a climber, so you need to give it a moss pole for it to climb up, and it will give you much bigger leaves and more fenestrated leaves. The Epipremnum pinnatum is native to localities like the tropical and subtropical countries, as well as the Pacific. So like Australia, China, Indochina, Japan. But I think this marble form is a cultivar, or at least I think it's a cultivar. I'm not quite sure. If you know, do comment below. It is from the family of the Araceae, so this is an aroid. The genus is of course Epipremnum and the species is pinnatum. As you can see, the newer leaves are more yellow compared to the older ones, which is much whiter. So I think as the leaf matures, it will turn this shade of cream or white coloration. As this is heavily variegated, I will tend to give it a little bit more light. It's outside my balcony and it receives pretty good light, so I think it lights it out there. This small leaf here, and yeah, the marbling is really beautiful. So for watering, I will tend to give it a little bit more water, because it's sitting in this very loose potting medium with some slow release fertilizer, cocoa chips, and peat. Look at this happy root. So for watering, I will do so every 3 to 4 days. I try not to overwater this, but since it gets plenty of light, I think it will not get overwatered. Yeah, look at this new vine that's coming out, and I can see aerial roots ready for propagation. I suspect they propagate easily if they are like my regular variegated ones. In water, they root really fast. For this, I'm going to let it grow a little bit more. So in my next video, I'm going to repot this. Currently, it's sitting in this very flimsy plastic pot. And also give it a moss pour so that it will be happy and yeah, give me new big fenestrated leaves. Like I mentioned, for fertilizing, I am giving it slow release fertilizer. Not much because this is in a very small pot. Like most Epipremnum, it doesn't have any pest issue. So this is pretty easy, pretty hardy, and generally just very pretty. So this doesn't need a lot of humidity, just regular room ambient humidity, and you will just do fine. But I would like to mist it to give it a boost, especially the aerial roots. I like to mist around them to yeah, give it a little bit more humidity. Oh yeah, and it's not susceptible to any fungal or bacterial infection. So definitely a very easy plant. So if you want to see the next update of this plant, do subscribe to my channel and also to on the notification bell. Meanwhile, take care, be safe, and remember to show your plants some love.